So normally when I'm talking to these experts in the game, I look at their wallet and they have a very strategic setup and a very certain amount of cards that have the most amount of value possible. But this guy next to me, I realized he in the last year has accumulated some of the most expensive credit cards in the entire market, and he's working it all into his lifestyle. So today I have Mr. Daniel Sparks' wallet, and we're going to be auditing it to see what exactly he has in here and why. So thank you, Daniel, for being here.
Hell yeah, man. I was keeping the choice between dinner with Jay-Z and being on the Anthony Venture channel, and I chose the Anthony Venture channel.
Let's see. Oh, I'm trying to think of a JD. So let's go one by one and let's see what exactly is in your wallet. And
Are you just gonna pull them out randomly, or you want to go by last, like when I added them first, or how do you wanna do this?
well, I'll do one by one. But the first thing I realized is he has no driver's license. So how'd you get here? Because you just drove.
I actually just walked.
You walked over here. Wow, that's pretty incredible. Well, you know what? First and foremost, I have to see this. I think this is your most recent card, and I think you have one of the most interesting stories with this card.
Yeah.
It's none other than the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So,
Yeah, so this is an interesting one. I believe it was March, February. I think beginning of March. I went out to Austin for a video with Spencer Johnson. We flew out there, and I flew with one of my friends, my cameraman. He left his license back in California. We flew from California to Austin, so it didn't take him very long to get through California's security, TSA, whatever. But when we went to fly back, it took him like 3 hours. So we completely missed the flight. He was like completely geeking out. He was losing it because it was like his girlfriend's like birthday or something. I don't know. So he spent like $600 on a one-way flight. It was crazy. I should have just left him. I should have left him in Austin and just got on my Spirit Airlines flight.
yeah.
But I'm just that guy, so I stayed back behind with him. So anyways, he hopped on the flight. I was gonna go with him, but I'm like, nah, I'll book. Yeah, I actually called you, or I texted you or something. I think it might have been, I don't know, on Discord, and you and Spencer told me about, like, yeah, the American Express to Hawaii and to Alaska, and I used that for like a business class flight. It was all right.
Hmm.
But anyways, I had a night. I was just in the streets of Austin, wandering around, trying not to get hurt, and then I stayed at some cheap hotel. I was just out on the streets of Austin in the morning, and I was like, damn, it'd be really nice to have like Sapphire lounge access.
Hmm.
Maybe a bad decision, but I went to some guy in the La Quinta Inn, and he let me film in like the breakfast area. So yeah, I filmed the Watch Me Apply there. I didn't initially get approved, but then they approved me right after the phone call. Actually, I called the reconsideration line, and they told me, "Oh yeah, sorry, little bro, you gotta wait like 5 to 8 business days, whatever it is, 2 weeks." But I just kept pressing, and then they eventually approved me with a $16,000 limit. I don't know how I got $16,000, but yeah. So I went into the Austin Lounge. It closed down like I think a week after I was there. So
So that's pretty crazy because you're like the only person I've ever heard like, oh, I want to get into this lounge. It's literally right in front of me. I'm in the airport. It's right there. I could almost step over. You're like, you know what? I really want to get in there. So you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to, apply for the Sapphire Reserve as just to get it. And I didn't know that you could apply for it in the same like minute you can walk into.
yeah, I just showed them it in my Apple Pay, and then they were all, yeah. But I did get clowned a little bit for that because literally days after the 100,000 point offer on the Sapphire Preferred came out, and my logic was okay. My logic was, I'll sacrifice because I expected it to be like a 75,000, like it was before, I think, or maybe 80 or something. So 15,000 points, whatever. I used my brother's referral income. Like, okay, I'll gift him like 10,000 points. I'll get to go into the lounge, and then I also went to Philadelphia for the Braun thing, like a week or two after. The Philly lounge was sick. And then also I went into the Phoenix lounge twice, which was it was horrible. Honestly, it sucked. It was, yeah. I think people on Reddit were saying it was pretty bad too, but it was, yeah. I don't know. It was just packed. It was not great, but. Yeah, that's why I've been hating on airport lounges. But yeah, that's how I got it. But sorry, I'm doing a lot of yapping, but that might have actually worked out for me because if they do what everyone's saying and they bump it up to like an $800 annual fee, I'll get all those benefits with only paying like the $550. So it could have actually worked in my favor, you know.
So let me ask you too. So with this card, $550 every single year. So how are you justifying it now? And then also, do you think it'll be easier to justify if the rumors are true and it goes up to the $800 annual fee? Will you keep it long term, you think?
Okay, so when I got the card initially, the way that I was going to justify it is because of that 50% boost, so automatic 1.5 cents per point, and because 100% of the travel right now is just domestic economy flights, besides that one back to California because I just wanted to mess around in business class. But besides that, it's all domestics as far as I can stretch my points out. And getting 1.5 cents for that is good. Like 1.5 cents is a good redemption for economy domestic. So I don't have to worry about transferring out my points, seats.arrow, all that, trying to fund because I know that I'm going to get that guaranteed 1.5. And then, of course, the lounge access. I also didn't have TSA pre-check or global entry. And at the time, I really didn't think I'd be able to get approved for the Venture X, if I'm being honest. I don't know why, but I just didn't think I would. And I kind of, maybe a flaw of mine is I get credit cards because I have the YouTube channel, which I've been working on. Like, if I didn't have a finance YouTube channel, would I have applied for the Sapphire Reserve at, some random end? Probably not, but I don't know. It was fun. I don't regret getting the card. I think it was sick. But anyways, if I really haven't, I thought about making a video on the proposed changes, but like, I don't know. Who knows this? Who knows what's going to happen with that? I don't think I would. I would probably downgrade it. The way that I have been using my points, I've used almost my entire sign-up bonus on Hyatt, and I would get that with the preferred anyways. So I probably will downgrade, but yeah, just because I've been using it for Hyatt, and now that I have the Venture X as well, I don't really care about lounge access, but I have like the Visa Infinite perks.
And have you able to use that $300 travel credit yet?
Yeah, yeah. I think Airbnb actually. I think yeah, because I've said this in a couple of my videos, but my whole family's like flying out to my brother's wedding, so
Hmm.
I just booked like my parents and then whatever family, and yeah, I put a bunch of that. So my Airbnb, I guess.
Okay. Sorry, I can see that. So good, some lounge experiences. You wanted to get it done, got it done. Still got some points that you're using for Hyatt, so it's definitely worthwhile there. Travel credit, but likely downgrade next year because of
Yeah,
the next card that we're going to talk about, which you have not in just this hold. I don't know why, but I guess it's a little bit hard to pull things out of there.
it's easy to go this. Yeah,
This one,
quick draw.
which is the quick draw. Wait, can I push it through?
Yeah, you push it.
Push it through, and he has the Capital One Venture X credit card. So $395 annual fee, man. We have some high fees right now. I know. What's the deal with this?
So electric guy's gonna go crazy in this comment.
I saw his comment. Let's see. Worried about you. Yeah. So what's the deal with this card?
So
Venture X now.
I mean, everyone says it. $300 travel credit plus the 10,000 anniversary miles. You're at $400 paying you to have it. And yeah, that's true. Like it pays you to have it. Good transfer partners for international. But yeah, in addition to that, you get the Visa car rental. I did crash my car, my rental car in Austin, but
You really?
yeah.
Wait, what happened there?
So what happened is you probably don't want to post this because it'll get me arrested by the
All right. Okay, cool. So I guess overall, so starting from the top, how'd you use a $300 credit?
okay. Yeah, so 300. Oh, I booked I think my mom's flight to the wedding actually.
Oh, wow.
So
Huh.
yeah, that's how I knocked out like the bonuses on both the reserve and then the Venture X within a short amount of time is all the wedding spent, and then for now I'm moving and I can just put like the Airbnbs that I'm staying in. But yeah, the wedding was clutch because just like all my aunts and uncles and cousins been there like, hey man, heard you're into that credit card stuff. You want me to put your flight on? It's like yeah.
It's amazing when you have family that are not in the game and you could just,
Yeah.
they can send you money back and pay you more. That's
But anyways, yeah, I guess I just use it for my mom. But
Have you used or are you planning to use the lounge access you get on this card, Capital One lounges, or even authorized users and stuff? Have you added anyway?
no, I haven't had any authorized users. I don't know if I trust you.
Would you add me?
Yeah, yeah, I would add Anthony. Probably the only person or actually no, maybe I'd trust. I don't know if I trust my brother. He'd probably like or run it up.
Run up the CPL.
Yeah, run up the CPN, zero APR business credit. No, anyways, yeah. So I was. This is like a whole nother thing. I hadn't gone into this lore yet on YouTube, but when I was in California, I was actually going to fly to the wedding again with two of my friends. And we had like a 5-6 hour layover in Denver. So I was like, oh, hell yeah. I get to flex my lounge access, me and two guests. But I mean, I don't even know where I'm going to be. And like, so I think, but maybe not. I don't think I'll be in Adventure X lounge soon, but you never know, I always have these random trips that come up. So, but again, like what I love about the Venture X is you're not really paying for that lounge access, It's just like icing on the cake as well as like the presidential status and yeah. But One thing that I do want to say about the Venture X is like I've been very impressed with the whole onboarding, and the user interface was like scrolling through the app. You can check how busy the lounges are. You can add yourself to the wait list. So if you use it, but yeah, I've been very impressed with Capital One so far. I use it as my catch-all card right now, which has been very good. Previously, which we'll get into, I had my Amazon Prime Visa, which gave me like a targeted offer where I was getting 2% cash back on everything for the next year. But yeah, so new catch-all. And I prefer to book through the Capital One portal actually rather than the Chase portal.
Really?
Because of the price match guarantee, and then but mostly the price, like what is it? The drop protection.
Yeah.
Because with like when I booked with the Chase travel portal, the prices dropped for like by like 30%. They were like $100 cheaper or something.
Interesting.
And they just I was just out in the water. But if I booked with the Capital, anyways, but yeah.
Nice, nice. One thing that I'm noticing though, looking through the rest of your wallet is there's a particular card I don't see. There's also no cash, but maybe because I already swiped it. But it's one card I don't see, and that is what you would normally pair the Venture X with. Where's the Saver?
Oh,
What's going on with the Saver?
yeah. I mean, is my gold card in there?
No. What the hell? Actually, you don't have that.
What? There's a secret wallet.
Oh, I didn't see.
Yeah.
Why you have cards in random? Why not make it easy?
Um,
Well, you still don't have a Saver in here. So what's the deal? Why don't you have a Saver?
so yeah, when I got into the credit card game, I'm pretty young right now. I'm like 21, but
Mm.
I pretty much started YouTube like literally a month after I got my first card, which is to discover it. I started making content. I didn't really talk about credit cards. I've talked more about credit union stuff because I knew that, and I think it's good to talk about what you like know. But yeah, I guess I don't know if I fell for the hype necessarily,
Hmm.
but I just wanted I mean, it wasn't a bad decision, but again, I think if I'm being honest, I got the gold card so I can make a video on it. Because I thought it'd be a cool video, you know. Maybe I should admit that, but
I think this is turning into more of a confession.
yeah.
Well, this credit card confessions.
No, cut that shit. um okay, well, yeah, when I got the gold. So let me
Well,
think back.
no, the question was why don't you have a Saver?
Okay, yeah. And okay, so I guess the reason that I don't have the saver is because I have the Amex Gold.
Okay. So let's add this to the journey here. So now we have the Amex Gold card. So for those watching at home, doing the math, and you have a calculator, 550 plus 395 plus 325. That's about $1,300 to the annual fees. So one of these has to go. I mean, I don't think you're keeping all three of these.
No, I'm actually adding more. I'm gonna add behind and
So what's the deal? Why do you have all three of these now? I was through this.
no, there's actually a really good explanation for that.
Well, let's hear.
They're all metal, and I'm all about the metal cards, man.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all metal, man. Like they're not that infused metal. They're like they're real deal. Like feel this. There's no bend to it.
This is really trying to sell me. There's no gun to it.
But no, they will go. So
You have the
it's not as bad as it looks. Like the Venture X is obviously very easy to justify. So is I mean, you're kind of 250 dead in the water with the reserve, but
but that'll go away next year for probably.
yeah, I'll downgrade that, and then like I guess I didn't really even use the 50% boost like I was planning to, but you can use that. And then the gold, you got the $10 monthly credits. I've used the Resi credit, that's fine. But plan with the gold is I'm gonna probably get a retention offer. I think October. I feel like I think when I opened up, and then maybe keep it open for a year, and then close it. Get the saver card, replace it.
So would you say you're definitely in the stage where you're just kind of like looking to get as many welcome offers as possible in the meantime, and then not looking to keep them fully long term?
Um, no. I think that was when like I said, I kind of like just went with run and gun, and like when I started my credit card journey in YouTube. But since then, I've kind of like settled down a little bit, and I created a roadmap now that I really like know about all the different cards for the most part. So the way that I'm approaching credit cards right now, I think it's good to build your core setup, whether that's the Chase Trifecta, Capital One Duo, or City Trifecta, and then build around that. Let's say you're running the Chase Trifecta. It could be good to add the Build Mastercard that also transfers to the Hyatt, or you could add the Hyatt card that that gives you a free night at Hyatt. So yeah, And then you can add some good 5% back cards, kind of build out that hybrid strategy, you know. So if you're running like the Chase, you could add like the City Custom Cash or AAA or whatever for groceries, because that's kind of a whole. But I think that's a good strategy for a lot of people. Like when you watch a lot of credit card YouTube, you kind of feel like you have to always be getting new cards and like, yeah, chasing sign-up bonuses and getting as many points as possible. That like doesn't always have to be the case. Like if you're someone like me that travels but doesn't travel all that much, um, you can be fine for a couple of years because you're going to get the sign-up bonuses from your core setup, and then you're going to be gardening too, and earning points that way. And then yeah, you have a couple good supporting cards, maybe some 5% cards, maybe some cards that pay you to hold out, like the pen fed card.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I guess that's where I'm at right now. I do want some more subs because I probably will be traveling, so I'll probably get the ink cards though. I'll get on the ink train like you did last year. But plan right now is to, I mean, we haven't really even finished my wallet, is get the ink cards so I can add eventually the Freedom Flex. I don't really care about the Freedom Unlimited that much, to be honest. The World of Hyatt card, because those both complement my subs very well. And then maybe the Savor card to replace my gold when I cancel my gold. And then from there I can come just go crazy and get as many subs and yeah.
I think that makes a lot of sense. You know, you're worrying me a little bit with all those annual fees, but the plan is to shed them.
Yeah, how much do you have in annual fees? Come on now.
Me?
Yeah, right now.
Oh, she is 300.
300. That's it?
Yeah,
You owe me $300?
probably. Yeah, I have a surpass that's 150, but I'm gonna cancel that next year. Um, I mean, I paid 99 for my AA card. Uh, I got a traditional green that's 55 right now as a placeholder. Yeah, I cancel all my annual fee cards in the last year. I have like 350, maybe 400 if I'm,
But yeah, like I mean,
like,
a lot of some people have been commenting that because like I started a lot of like no annual fee cashback when I started on YouTube, but like obviously I've just like jumped in, went all in on but like I said in my videos, I don't care about, I don't care about annual fees. I care about effective annual fee. And some people will geek out about that because they don't like that term. But okay, so the way I view the annual fee is I have my budget. I already know what I'm going to spend in the month. And if the statement credit replaces something that I already have in my budget, that lowers the effective annual fee, right? So like with the Venture X, I'm already going to spend $300 in travel, so that already bumps it down to a $95 annual fee. Same thing with the reserve. With the gold, I go to Chipotle at least like twice a month, and I could just use Grubhub or. So it's scary at first, but then you start to break it down a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I'll obviously simplify it. Like the gold's probably going to go away eventually. The reserve probably will get downgraded, I think, just because I've been using it for Hyatt more than I have from 100% Boost. But
and listen, that's what I did as well when I was 22. I got the platinum, gold, and green all in 1 year of each other. I got all those welcome offers, and then I ended up moving things around. Some states, some got canceled. So I think it's fine what you do. I think as long as, like you said, the money's there, you're paying the annual fees, not putting you in a worse situation, and you can use all those credits effectively. It's like,
are you worried about me though?
listen, when I saw these cars, I was like, wait a second, reserve, then a Venture X, then a gold. I was like, whoa. But I'm glad you have that plan, because that's what I did. That's what I did when I was around your age anyway. So I did that. Just don't do what I did. I kept the cards open way longer than I should have. Like I paid the platinum card annual fee for like 4 years, and I did not, get the full benefits that I thought I was going to get. Or the gold I held open for way too long, and I could have been diverting those annual fees for more cards, more welcome offers of this stuff. So next is one that I'm interested in as well, is one that actually you did a video on that, and it kind of like blew up a little bit. It did really well, and I think Stan the Credit Frog shouted you out. He talked about it a little bit. It's the PayPal debit card. Now it's a debit card, it's not a credit card. Tell the people why you have this debit card in your wallet, not a credit card. What's the deal?
Yeah, so it gives you 5% back in a category you choose up to 1,000. Yeah, you can choose. There's some good categories: gas, dining, grocery, I think health and beauty, a couple others. But what I found is that if you select grocery for the category, it actually works at Costco, Walmart, and Target. And I didn't try it, but I believe it works at Sam's Clubs and like whatever other wholesale clubs too.
So where most people can't benefit from going to Costco and Sam's Club, like the wholesale club. Yeah, you're getting 5% back on all that.
Like max you're gonna get is 2x on the Venture X or 1.5 on like the, you know, Freedom Unlimited or like a catch-all card. Yeah, even Costco's own card only gives you 2% back inside their store. So,
Yeah.
you know, you're not gonna see 5% back in really any of those stores. Well, I guess Target has their card and you can use mobile wallet. So I take that back. But Costco,
Yeah. I know a lot of people use it at Costco. You know, and even with gas. So one complaint people have about this is that it is a debit card, so you have to have that money, you know, readily available.
yeah, there's a spend account that comes with it.
So how do you find that annoying just to like always have money sitting in an account where it's like, you know, if I have an Amex card, it's not like tied to my bank necessarily. It's
I
just,
mean, not really, because I really don't do that. In fact, I've just been using it as well. I guess I've been chasing sign-up bonuses for the last couple months, but I'm just using it as my gas card now because I haven't really been going to Costco. Actually, you know what? I think I already dissed my brother in this video, but right before I left California, he went on my mom's Costco, and I was added as like, I don't know, not an authorized user, but an authorized user on my mom's account. So I got like a free membership. But my brother went on the app and he changed it to him. So I got my membership revoked. So yeah, I guess I'd have to buy my own Costco, and I just haven't done that yet. So I just, yeah,
cancel him. I had it written in the comments.
I just been using this as my gas card. But anyways, back to the original question. No, because like before I fill up gas, I'll just like it takes like 2 seconds. I'll send like $50 into there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, it's instant from the thing.
Yeah. Or like I would do that at Costco too. Like I would just like guesstimate when I'm in the line. Yeah, like whatever, $120. I'd send that to my Stan account. It goes instant. So I don't really mind it. You know,
Not bad. And you know, it's a debit card, so it's not.
yeah. I mean, it's definitely gonna be nerfed. Like there's no way they're profiting off of it. I don't think so. It's not here for a long time, but it's here for it's good. Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Okay, next we have you know what? We'll stay on brands a little bit with some stores and stuff. We have the Amazon Prime Visa. I know this is another one people really love. You made videos on the Prime Visa, and
I think it's my most popular. Yeah, second most. But
absolutely. Why
yeah,
is it so popular?
there's a really good reason, and that's because it's metal.
Oh yeah, no, oh yeah, another metal part.
But no, it's just a solid card. I spent like I would say I don't know about majority of my money, but like anything that's not groceries or dining or gas, I pretty much buy on Amazon. Like, you know, I just moved out here or wherever I move. Like, you can furnish a whole place on Amazon for pretty cheap. Like, I mean, everyone knows you can buy anything on Amazon. Comes to your door the next day. So you get 5% back on Amazon. I don't think any other card can give you that. Worst case scenario, it's a soft drawer card, pretty simple, 5% back. It's hard to beat. It gives you like some 2% fat categories. I actually use that for a little bit. Like before I got my Costco membership stolen, I would use it for 2% back of gas because I didn't have another card that was Visa that worked at Costco.
We've used that at Whole Foods a couple of times.
So, I mean, Whole Foods is pretty expensive, but
gotta have it like that.
yeah. But I guess if you're like a almond mom like Anthony, you gotta eat healthy.
Yes. Oh, mom. And actually, I think the reason why my wife got it was that, you know, usually during the holidays, there's going to be like an additional bonus. What did you get on as a bonus for yours?
I think I only got 100, but yeah, of course, like I was early into my credit card journey when I got that. It was my second card. I just got my first credit card like months before that. But yeah, definitely wait till like Prime Day or close to Christmas. I think even right now they have like $150 bonus going on. So
It's easy because it's not like you have to hit a minimum spend. It's just like,
yeah, yeah, that's right.
bam, it's in your account, you know. In fact, these lights right here, you can kind of see in that camera. This right here.
Actually,
My wife got it for me for Christmas, and she used the bonus to pay for it.
Anthony Venture in 4K thanks to the Amazon Prime Visa.
Yeah, so we made it. Next is okay, interesting. I didn't expect this card, but we have the American Express Blue Business Plus. Very, very nice. Why do you have this one?
Yeah, so I have the Blue Business Plus because
I'm a business owner.
I'm a business owner. I'm an entrepreneur. Yeah. No, because it's a solid card. It's honestly one of the best cards out there, if you ask me. Yeah, I mean, it's simple. It gives you 2 membership rewards points on every dollar spent, up to $50,000. I know a lot of people get sketchy and use it for personal purchases. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube, and I think that's fine. Like everyone has their business art for personal. But I just use it for business. You know, all my super cool editors and thumbnail people, I just pay them with a little business plus. Get get $2, 2 membership reward points for every dollar spent, no annual fee. A little bit of little sign up bonus, but it's a great card. Like you can't go wrong with it. Probably the best catch-all card out there. Maybe even, yeah, I'd even put it over the VentureX just as catch-all card. Like obviously the VentureX has other things going for it, but yeah, because it's giving me those membership rewards points. Just solid card.
Yeah.
That and the Income Limited or whatever. Those are like 2 very good business cards. Yeah, but you can't go wrong with the Blue Business Plus. I think it's a great card.
What was the welcome offer on that? Was it 15K?
Yeah, I was just dipping.
And the last card in your wallets is one that I feel like I talked about many years ago on Credit Card YouTube, like the Graham Steffens of the world talked about this, but it slowly lost some of its popularity over time. I've never owned it, but it's the Discover It credit card. It's Discover It card.
Yeah.
What do you what's the deal? Why is it actually peeling? Actually, what's the deal with that? It's peeling off.
Yeah, this card's beat up, man. Yeah, I should just put it out of its misery. It's whole for no, wrong. But that was my first ever card. Actually, no, that's not true. That's not true. My first ever card. Yeah, no, okay. So my first ever card was actually the Care Credit card, which is really weird.
What's that? The Care card. What is that?
It's like I was like, I think I was a freshman in college, and I spent all my money on tuition, and then my orthodontist was telling me I need like to pay for like the retainer, which is like way too expensive. And they're like, oh, you can open up a Care Credit card and like finance it for 0 APR. It was okay. I didn't even know it was a credit card, but that was technically my first that I was there. But that's actually a dangerous card because like I think if you don't pay it off by a certain amount and they don't really tell you, they just hit you with like all day.
Yeah, the back interest.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, fine. Discover It. I got like a month after that card. It was actually Credit Karma. So I downloaded Credit Karma. I was like a finance major. I took like a personal finance class, and they kind of didn't really talk about credit cards, but they're like, you should have a credit score. So I think I watched a YouTube video or two, probably yours. Nah, I think it was Daniel Braun, but always, yeah. But yeah, I got the student version actually. It's technically it's the same thing, but I got the student version. Yeah, it was a good card. It's a great starter card because great first card. I guess I called my first card because it's my first rewards card, but because it gives you that cashback match. So 1% on everything. But since it's giving you that match, it's like you're getting 2% on everything, which is good because, you know, it's a good catch-all card for the first year that you have it. And then you get 5% rotating categories, but for the first year, it's like 10% because it's doubled Discover like matches it or whatever. Yeah, sorry, that wasn't very cohesive, but yeah, good. I mean, I don't really use it anymore for anything. Maybe if there's like, yeah, I don't use it to be honest, like ever, just because I think I usually now have cards for most of the rotating 5% categories. You know, like I have a grocery, gas, dining, I don't know, yeah, Amazon. So I don't really use it. It's there building up credit. But even outside YouTube, like I get some referrals on it, which is good because like if I have friends in college, a lot of them ask me like, oh, what card do you think I should get? And Discover is always an easy answer. So yeah, great, good starter card, you know.
So there you have it. That is all the cards in Daniel Sparks' wallets. This is absolutely all of them. In fact, I don't really know how, but his wallet has nothing else. Like usually when I do people's wallets, it's like, you know, they'll have like an insurance card, a license.
Actually, it's on your counter. It's on your kitchen counter.
Never mind. You took it all out. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Check out Daniel Sparks' channel. He has a very high quality videos for sure. You can see we're filming on his cameras today. He's got
First time.
first time.
Because he was watching 4K.
Yeah, he's always watched at 720p. You know,
I can never read this 360p.
So appreciate the 4K and being here. Let me audit your wallet today.
Oh yeah, man. Thanks for looking at my wallet.
So thank you all for being here. Again, keep having fun. Keep traveling. Have fun. All right. Take care, guys. See ya.
What a video. What a banger. That'll be. Yeah, it was a lot of yapping for my